Yeah, so I'm back here in the Key National School, my former national school, which is fantastic to be back. So last October, when I was going to Possum in Florida, that's the astronaut scientist training program, I ran a mission patch design competition for primary kids in Mayo. And one of the students in the Key National School was selected as one of the winners. So part of the prize was that I would come and visit the school and share videos, photos, and my own personal experiences of the training and testing that we're doing. So it's so funny, like I said to the kids today in the class, like I literally went from sitting in this exact classroom. I had just come back from a visit when I was 11, a visit to NASA in Cleveland, Ohio. I was over visiting relations, and I literally sat in this classroom, sixth class, and I just had then started to develop this really strong interest in space and exploration. And really it's since then I have said space was what I wanted to do. I got to go back to NASA on a number of occasions throughout my teenage years, and then I decided to study aeronautical engineering in college. So it's been this kind of constant progression, and like I was saying to the kids today, I was always on the lookout for different space courses, programs, anything I could do that was kind of space related. So then in 2010 I went to the International Space University, stayed involved with them ever since, and then the opportunity to go to Possum came up last year, and I grabbed it with my two hands, and I'm now training with them. So POSSUM stands for Polar Suborbital Science in the Upper Mesosphere. So thankfully it has the acronym. But they're training us as Scientist-Astronaut Candidates, so that when the next range of commercial space vehicles start to fly, the likes of Virgin Galactic, those kind of vehicles, that we'll actually be trained to fly on them as scientist astronauts. So we do lots of different testing and training, including spacesuit evaluations. We did hypoxia training, which is where your body is starved of oxygen. We did flights where you simulate the G-forces that are experienced during a space launch, a rocket launch. And everything from recently we did egress training. So we were training over in Connecticut, where we did spacecraft egress. So we were wearing the spacesuit and we were able to see how we could get out of the vehicle if we needed to get out in an emergency. Lots of different things like that. I often give examples of the many fields that feed into space. I think that's part of why I love it so much, is because you're never done learning. Everything from medicine, food, science, engineering, technology, psychology, the physical side of it, the exercise part of it. There are so many things that kind of feed in, all to pushing us beyond Earth, into low Earth orbit, the moon and beyond. So that's why I love giving the talks, to say to young people, we need more of them getting involved in STEM, science, technology, engineering and maths, because this is happening and we need new and novel ways to progress past Earth. Yeah, for me it's not about male or female. It never was really, even in studying engineering, that was what I wanted to do. So, and I loved it. I've had such positive experiences in doing that. But I think, I got asked recently about, did I set out to be a change maker? And it's not that I set out with that in mind, but I think, what I have realised is that in me sharing my own career progression and how I've managed to come from sitting in this classroom to now, working as part of the global space community, that has absolutely inspired other people. And I mean, that's just amazing to see and to hear the feedback from people that's what it's at. Yeah, so the day-to-day is very, very different. Every week is different. I'm doing lots of different talks and public speaking engagements recently, which is brilliant. I'm also working on my STEM product for kids, which is called Planet Zebunar. And the next year I have loads of exciting things happening. So just in a couple of weeks' time, in a few weeks' time, next month, I'll be going to Poland for an analog mission where we'll be simulating living on the moon for 14 days. So that'll be a great experience. I've wanted to do an analog for some time. And also I want to continue my progress with Possum in October, and that'll be hopefully in Canada.